Nothing's gonna ever keep it down.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Tuesday, 13th day of January 2026. My name is Nick. I present to you Radio's Big J.
Yeah, you doing better today?
100% better.
I don't know if we mentioned this.
No,
during
we
the
didn't.
show
We didn't, because I was
yesterday.
trying to power through. I thought if I talked about it, it would be bad.
You power through. I was like, go home, but I'm like, I've done the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing.
Plus, I knew after the show I was going to go home, and I was like, I can make it through the rest of the show. But yesterday,
poor guy.
It was
guys.
like, I knew the second I came in, like, I was feeling really, really bad. Like, I just had, like, a really bad, like, I had bubble guts. Like, it was bad. And I had to go to the bathroom, like, 4 times during the show. And I'm like, this isn't
while
right.
you were doing it, I think. Your face contorted weirdly.
It was during when we were talking to Kylie. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this segment. And I was trying to pay attention to what she was saying. And I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Yeah. I need this segment to end so I can crab walk to the bathroom and do what I need to do. I gave myself food poisoning, I think. And
I feel pretty sure you did.
Yeah. And so it was, I felt like pretty bad when I woke up yesterday, but not bad enough where I was like, I'll power through it. And then at like 6:30, it started coming on hard. And I was miserable all day yesterday. Started to feel better around 8 o'clock and then went right to bed and woke up and I feel fine. So just a reminder, check those expiration dates on your lunch meat in your refrigerator. Everybody.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Happens to all of us.
Oh, God, what a nightmare.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Me too, man. Because we need the audience to help us picking out a movie for you tonight. We are 1-0 so far in the new year. We'd like to extend that.
I approved it.
I said 1-0.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so we want to extend that winning streak, and we have 3 different movies for you to choose from for Big J to watch tonight and see if he enjoys. So we'll report back tomorrow with a movie review. So your assistance is needed. We're going to get to that in like 20 minutes or so. We also have an opportunity for you to go to that Offspring show, which is now officially less than a week away. Bad Religion joining them on the Supercharged Tour, which is going to be at the Idaho Center Arena inside on Monday, and we are excited for that. And we got your tickets to hook you up for that particular show, and hopefully you're excited to go. We also have We're Going to Hell Story, Big J, that features something inside somebody. And, of course, we also have a chance for some headlines today. So it should be a fun Tuesday show, unless you're the person with that object inside of you. But let's get started with some Ozzy Osbourne. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Agreed.
Crazy Train kicking things off here on the morning after with Nick and Big J on the X Rocks.
Important stuff. Launch newsfeed. On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important Stuff is brought to you by Beacon Plumbing. Big J, in your days, have you ever been freaking?
Yeah.
Well, I implore you to quit that and call Beacon instead. 208-516-2061. You can check them out online at beaconplumbing.com. Every once in a while, Big J, we get a scoop. An exclusive piece of news that we promise that we will not share with our audience until it is deemed time to do so. And a couple weeks ago, we got one of those. You remember?
Yeah.
When our friend Jeff Augusta from Zoo Boise was in here, and he said, listen, I'll tell you guys because we're friends. But soon, Zoo Boise is going to be announcing a brand new animal that is coming in, and we're very excited about it. And yesterday, that news came down. Big J, there's going to be a new Wolverine that is joining Zoo Boise.
Wolverine!
Coming in from Zoo, Montana. It's an 11-month-old Wolverine. The pictures online make it look cute AF.
Laura.
And it's named Laura. And we got the scoop as to why it's named Laura. You remember?
Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
That's the name of Wolverine's daughter in Logan.
Oh, that's right.
And so that's why it's named Laura. It's got a connection to the pop culture world as well.
Some nerd stuff right there.
It really, truly is. By the end of the month, you'll be able to swing into Zoo Boise and check out Laura. Right now, she's getting acquainted with her kind of new environment coming over from Zoo, Montana. And so it takes a little while to make sure that she is good to go and she'll actually be comfortable there. So they're taking time kind of making sure she is all set up in her new home. And then by the end of the month, you'll be able to check out a brand new feature for Zoo Boise. And Wolverine's fairly rare here in Idaho, so it's nice to check them out in a safe space when they're not trying to rip your face off.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks real cute in the picture I saw. And I'm like, you just want to cuddle with that thing. They'll rip you right in shreds, man. You don't mess with Wolverine.
According to the staff, they can tell already Laura's got a, quote, lively personality, which means she's cutting, scratching, and biting.
And you look at her claws and you're like, I get the whole Wolverine thing. I understand.
Yeah, it's almost like that idea was ripped from nature itself, Big J.
It's very astute of Jack Kirby. And I don't know who created Wolverine. Who created the Wolverine? Never mind.
No, give credit to whoever you want. Nobody
Stanley,
looked that up. Big J, a brawl.
You're about 10 seconds on the text line.
A brawl broke out during an ice game at the Giant Arena in Hershey, Pennsylvania on Saturday.
Isn't that what people want?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It was during the Hershey Bears Mites on Ice intermission segment, which is where
kids out there?
Players 8 years old and under from the Central Penn Ice Hockey Club began just beating the crap out of each other.
Listen, that sounds awesome. Just seeing little kids fighting each other hockey style. I mean, I know it's terrible probably, but
it is.
It's hilarious.
I know you love it, but the Atlantic Amateur Hockey Association did not, and they said that probably this will be the disillusion. They're going to probably break up the team because they didn't think it was appropriate. Although fighting is a part of hockey, it's not supposed to be a part of youth hockey when you're 8 or younger. And they're going to put on an internal review to fully understand the circumstances about why these kids even knew how to drop gloves.
Because they watched hockey, that's why. Or they watched the documentary on, what was the Philly thing?
The Broad Street Bullies?
Yeah, the Broad Street Bullies. This team needs a name like that.
They want to make sure they take the safety, the well-being, and the positive experience of hockey into consideration. So they're going to shut things down for a little bit in the Amateur Hockey
little
Association.
Fists of Fury out there.
To make sure they go over why exactly this happened and how to prevent it from happening again. Because it was just, here's the other thing. It was supposed to be like a 3-minute intermission kind of like thing. And somehow during that little teeny tiny hockey game, kids got so upset, they're like, I need to knock the teeth out of your head. Let's go.
Yeah, your baby teeth just came in. You're going to punch them right out.
Big J, you watch Monday Night Raw at all on Netflix?
Never.
Well,
I don't partake.
We are one of the few because in its first year on Netflix, Monday Night Raw has officially reached 340 million views.
I don't know what that means.
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
That means 350 times somebody has clicked play on Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
Does it mean that?
What do you think it means?
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand any of these metrics that they're using to
You don't understand what a view is what you're saying?
I mean, is that for the whole thing? Is it just, I clicked on it, watched for 10 seconds, and it just is garbage, these numbers.
I think.
Because, who knows what they mean? It's not, and it doesn't, I mean, there's no demographics. It's just a number.
Let me give you some additional information and maybe this helps, right?
Help me.
340 million views. Netflix subscribers watch more than 525 million hours of WWE content in 2025. So obviously those 340 million people didn't watch the show the whole way through. Otherwise, it would be, I think Raw is 2.5 hours. So it would be 2.5 times that. So it's not even double that. So people watch it for an hour or probably fast forward and watch to the match that they want to and skip the parts. Although some of this stuff is live, so you can't really do that. But premium events like WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, and the weekly show SmackDown added another 185 million views. The show ranked in the top 10 for 51 of the 52 weeks in the United States. So yes, Netflix is not giving you any demographics. They're not giving you, because I don't think they can track demographics. They really don't. They don't know who's sitting in front of their TV.
It's just hard to compare to the traditional way we hear about how things are number one. And it's like 525 million minutes watched. I mean, what is that a typical, show, to compare it to?
Well, it cracked the top 10 out of 51 out of 50. So it was enough. You divide that by 52 and it's basically 10 million hours of viewing every week because it's 525, right?
Yeah.
So 10 million is good enough to put you into the top 10. That's kind of how they're breaking it down.
That's what I need. I need a mathematician. Thank you.
But that's just simple math, really. 52 divided by 52 is 1. Morning After with
You did
Nick
that without a calculator, dude. You're a mathematician.
There's your first round of important stuff. We got your streaming dumbass help. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
The old, we're digging deep into the depths of Netflix. It's Streaming Dumbass on the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Welcome to Streaming Dumbass. Those of you in the know already know what's about to happen, but let's say, Big J, for the first time, you're stumbling upon this show and you've never heard it before and you don't know what Streaming Dumbass is.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
It's a simple idea. Basically, the idea is there's lots of movies that are streaming all over the internet, and sometimes you as a consumer go, listen, I don't know if that's worth an hour and a half, 2.5 hours of my time. Why don't I let somebody else jump on the grenade for me and see if they like it first, and then if they do, maybe I will like it and give it a shot. That's essentially Streaming Dumbass in a nutshell. If you want to dive a little bit deeper, Big J's terrible at picking out movies, and so we have stripped away the power for that to do it for himself and given it to you, the ex-listener. We're going to give you 3 choices for what Big J is going to watch on his TV tonight. You will not hear the stars nor the titles of those movies. Not yet. You're just going to get the plot description that was given to us by the streaming platform on which you can find the movie. And sometimes those plot descriptions are very detailed. Oftentimes, they're not. They're pretty vague. Used to be on the back of a video box, they try real hard to get you to stream. Now it's like you got a sentence and it's up to you. Our attention deficit is a real problem. And so those 3 paragraphs that used to be on the back of a DVD box are down to a sentence, maybe 2 if you're lucky, to try to lock you in and see if this is a movie that's something that you want to see. So you will hear those plot descriptions. Once you do, you'll be able to text in and vote. Movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. The movie that gets the most votes on our text line, that is the movie that Big J agrees to watch, no questions asked. Right, Big J?
Yes, I will watch that movie.
There's your verbal contract. And so he is good to go. We want as many people as possible to vote because the more votes, the less likely there's going to be a tie. And ties are bad because then I have to make the decision. And I know what these movies are. So we'd rather have you going in blind. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Movie number 1. On his final 24-hour shift, a burned-out paramedic is tasked with training his inexperienced replacement. What starts as a routine night quickly spirals into a chaotic citywide mess that tests their endurance and instincts as they race from one emergency to the next. Movie number 2. Wherever Marty goes, he can't get away from one man. His face is showing up on billboards, window signs, even TV commercials. What's so special about this seemingly ordinary accountant, and why does he warrant such a send-off? Movie number 3. An ice cream truck driver discovers a secret way to finally get what he feels is coming to him. Unfortunately, even though he found a loophole that through totally fair means, those in power do not want him to keep what's rightfully his. Movie number 1, everyone's sick. Movie number 2, what the hell? Movie number 3, I earned that. Those are your 3 choices. Text in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. We will tabulate the votes. We will tell you the name of all 3 movies, including the one you have tasked Big J to watch tonight. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks. Corn Falling Away From Me on the morning after with Nick and Big J. Let's do the exciting conclusion of Streaming Dumbass. Have the votes been tabulated, Big J?
Yeah, they have.
Do we have a movie that is above the rest?
Yes.
Wonderful. Then we are in good shape. Now, I will preface it by saying this, Big J. Not every week is going to be like this. Because we all have finite amounts of time. But coming off of vacation, Big J, I was able to partake in some films. And I can tell you this, I have vetted all 3 of these movies.
Well, that's not a good thing for me.
What do you mean?
Well, usually I have no interest in the movies you watch.
Oh, that's not necessarily true.
Unless we're going to the theater.
But we have an opportunity for you to have some comedy, some interesting drama involved, and we'll see what you think of the other one. But it depends on what wins. Big J, what movie got the least amount of votes?
The least amount of votes, interestingly enough, movie number 3.
Movie number 3, Big J. This is a movie based on true events. It is called The Luckiest Man in America, and it stars Paul Walter Hauser, who is one of the hottest guys in Hollywood right now. He, of course, from Cobra Kai fame, and it was in the new Naked Gun movie. Also stars Walton Goggins, Big J.
Oh.
It is the story of, maybe you remember back in the 80s, there was this dude that went on a game show called Press Your Luck, right?
Right.
and had figured out the whole kind of like rhythm behind one. The board landed on big bucks plus a spin and won like hundreds of thousands of dollars on the game show. And they thought he was cheating, but he was just doing it because he memorized the rhythm of the board because it was the 80s and it was a different time. And he won all that money. And it's a story of him and how he got on the show and him winning all that money and how the show tried to take it away from him. And so it is called The Luckiest Man in America. You will not be watching that movie, but it is a good movie. If you like those actors, I think it's a great vehicle for them. Big J, what movie came in second place?
Movie number one.
Movie number one was the comedy of the bunch. It is called Code 3, Big J. I'm sorry, The Luckiest Man in America is available on Hulu. I forgot to mention. Code 3 stars Rainn Wilson, Shut Up Crime himself, Big J, and Lil Ron Howery, who you enjoy and I enjoy as well.
Yeah.
It's a very, very funny kind of movie, and it is available on Hulu, but you'll have to watch that on your own time. One of the more underrated comedies of the year, but it sounds like you're watching movie number two?
Yep.
This is a movie
overwhelmingly
that you had an opportunity to watch, but I believe just straight up passed on it. But I don't think it's because of lack of interest. I think it was probably because of lack of time. But now, Big J, you will be required to watch it. You will be sitting down, logging on to Hulu, and watching The Life of Chuck, starring Tom Hiddleston and Mark Hamill.
Oh, God.
Just started streaming. What's your aversion to it?
You love this movie.
I do. It's one of my top 5
So
movies
I
of the
can
year.
already tell you I'm not going to like it.
It is based on a Stephen King short story, and it is directed by Mike Flanagan. He, of course, who's going to be directing the new Clayface movie and has done a bunch of stuff for Netflix and made a bunch of really good shows and really good movies. But other than me liking it, what was your aversion to the movie?
I don't know. It just sounds uninteresting.
All right. Well, we'll see.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu. So you will report back tomorrow and let us know what you think about the movie, The Life of Chuck. The rest of you, if you want to play the home game, that's the name of the film. It is available on Hulu for you to watch. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, some important stuff. That's next on the X Rocks.
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Every once in a while, Big J, I would say maybe even for the most part, you see some sort of technological advance and you're like, really? We needed that? But we have a breakthrough every now and again that you go, finally, they cracked the code. They figured it out. I no longer have to worry about whether or not A or B happened because technology has solved this problem for me. And I know, I'm sure, Big J, you're somebody that either vitamin-wise or medication-wise, you got to take a pill or two on a regular basis, right?
Oh, yeah.
MIT researchers have made a breakthrough in that particular department. I'm sure probably every day you've taken a pill, 2, 3, 4, 5, who knows how many you take. And as you kind of, right after it happens, you go, God, I wonder if I actually swallowed that pill. MIT researchers have developed an experimental pill that transmits radio signals from inside your stomach to confirm the medication was in fact taken. The capsule contains biodegradable zinc cellulose antenna alongside some medication. Once swallowed, the coating dissolves and releases both components. The antenna works with a small radio chip to send confirmation signals within 10 minutes, and it can tell you whether or not you took that medication. Obviously, I'm joking around a little bit, but this is a pretty big deal for patients that maybe are on their own that have dementia, that do not remember if their medication was something that they have taken. They can check this and see if they did. But then the other side of that coin is if you are forgetful that you took your medication, how can you remember to check your app to see if you actually took your medication?
Right.
You know, unless you're having a lucid moment. So who knows if this actually comes through.
Well, or a family member or caregiver gets that information.
So you have an opportunity for that data to be registered to find out when the last time you took the medication was. And so this can be an important breakthrough in those particular types of treatments. Probably not for us everyday people that can remember when it happens, or maybe you're taking so much you don't know what pills you took. This is an opportunity, although I'm not sure how many antennas you should be ingesting, if there is a limit to how many of these you should be putting down your gullet every single day. But it is an interesting breakthrough that can help with transplant patients or those with dementia or Alzheimer's or mental health disorders that maybe have some issues with memory loss. All of these things can come in handy, so it is an important breakthrough in those particular departments. Big J, LeBron James has a record-setting 23rd NBA season. He's in the middle of it. The Lakers added a special commemorative patch to his jersey for last night's game. The design featured his iconic pregame chalk toss. I'm sure you've seen it, Big J, yes?
Yeah.
It's in silhouette form alongside 3 stripes representing his time with the Cavaliers, the Heat, and the Lakers. After every game LeBron plays for the rest of the season, the patch will be removed from his jersey and authenticated by Topps to be embedded into some special trading cards. So you can possibly grab and pull a piece of on-court history into a permanent collector's item for collectors. I'm sure in those $300 packs or whatever they have. But that's the idea behind it. It is strictly for collectors' purposes. You can have some game-worn patches that can show up in some trading cards here very, very soon.
Cool.
So that's something to look forward to. And the Lakers are playing part, and so is LeBron James. Big J, Pluto TV, you've heard of it, right?
Yes.
It's a for-free streaming service that has ad-supported streaming for a lot of different channels, a lot of different programmings. And they're going to do something interesting. They're going to stream every single episode of Survivor for free ahead of the show's 50th season. That's right. Survivor has been on for 50 seasons, Big J. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but that's not like 50 years.
No, it's not 50 years. It's 3
misleading
per season.
number.
Well, a season of a show
The
is a
fact
season
that
of
they
a
have
show.
3 seasons a year.
Well, that's reality shows for you, though. I mean, most TV shows have 2. But not it depends. Not like Netflix or cable TV. There's again, basically starting from scratch counts as a season. You're just on a different calendar depending on the show. CSI has got a couple seasons a year, but there are a couple years where they only had 1 season a year. So you can't track how many years the show's really been on air just for the amount of years. But still, the fact that they've had 50 different iterations of Survivor is crazy. But starting on the 24th of this month, the 24/7 Survival Channel will show all 49 seasons in order from Borneo to the latest finale. All episodes will also be available on demand, and season 50 is going to be special for Survivor if you don't know. It'll feature 24 returning castaways, including 17 one-time players and 7 multi-time competitors. Do you care, Big J?
No, never watched.
You know, we work with people that do. They have Survivor drafts here. You know that, right?
Yeah,
It's
good
like
for
they
them.
have fantasy Survivor teams.
I applaud them.
They're passionate about it. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've had a former winner from Boise.
That's right.
So
there's a lot of interest in the show. Obviously, there must be if it's been on for 50 seasons, even if it hasn't only been, 17, 18 years.
Yeah.
It's still a pretty big deal for a show to be on that many times and have people tune in that much. So although I cannot imagine how long it would take you, it doesn't say when it catches up with it, but I'm guessing it's got to be a couple months, right?
you got to work hard.
Yeah. To watch
all that.
All of that. To binge
And
watch
remain
Survivor.
sane all at once. Oof.
Yeah, I imagine around season 23 or so, you start building fires in your living room, right? And not knowing where you are.
Seeking shelter outside. How do I build
Right.
this?
Digging around your room for some sort of elimination idol.
How do I screw over my friends?
Yeah. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We're going to go to hell. It's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Stories that are incredibly f***ed up. Oh man, we're going to hell.
Where the hell is the switch?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
I've made a mistake, Big J.
No, not you. You would not do that.
I've stumbled upon a website that collects stories of recently published articles in journals of medicine across the United States of America and abroad in some cases. And this section has an oddity section, and it has opened my eyes.
Oh, no.
So many terrible and awful things that emergency room physicians see on a regular basis, what it appears like. And mostly it's us doing really stupid things to ourselves, So I'm going to try to space these out a little bit, but it's almost a rinse and repeat from one that we had a couple of days ago, where somebody was suffering an affliction, right?
Right.
And they looked on the internet and they saw a really weird solution that goes back years and years and years and thought, well, listen, if they did it then, it must work, right?
No.
But then they put their own little spin on it, which is like, then what are you looking it up on the internet anyway?
This isn't a recipe, okay? This isn't some grandma's recipe
Right.
for making, like, roast campoya.
But as crazy as this story is going to get, it gets crazier because I wonder what the hell's going on in Montana, which is where this story comes. Because I feel like the doctors did something that they probably shouldn't have done. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But here's what starts. Just know it's a 61-year-old man in Montana, right?
Okay.
This dude has got some monster hemorrhoid.
Oh, no.
Everything hurts. He looks up on the internet home remedies for hemorrhoids, right? Doesn't want to run to the store and get Preparation H. Just wants a home remedy. Stumbles upon something that happened over in the UK for years and years and years. And they said that putting a frozen potato in and around the area helps alleviate some of the pain and some of the swelling and can maybe help with that. So this dude is like, why rub it on the area when I can leave it there overnight, right?
Oh, my God.
And why I having a real...
Cooking a potato in your ass?
I have a real problem with regular-sized potatoes. These Idaho russets aren't getting the job done. You know what's got a little bit more length and maybe some girth to it is a sweet potato. Why don't I freeze a sweet potato and stick a yam up there overnight and see if this helps
Jam a yam up my rear end.
with my hemorrhoid.
My God.
And then he did it and fell asleep. Goes to sleep around 11 o'clock at night. Big J, 2 o'clock in the morning, wakes up. Sudden, intense pain in his abdomen. Attempts to pull the root vegetable out of his backyard manually, and he cannot get it done. Can't go into the bathroom and try to pass it out. It is literally lodged in his stomach and in his butt, and it's so high up that it's hurting his stomach. You understand?
Yeah.
He tries for another 2 hours. By 4 a.m., he has to go to the hospital. And the doctors are like, what? When they figure out what happened and he tells them why, they're like, holy cow. So this thing is up there. They can't get it out either. So they try to break it into pieces. They're trying to cut this thing up. It's not going anywhere either. Then they do the weird thing, Big J.
Oh, the weird thing?
Yes.
Yeah, what's that?
Their solution is, well, listen, now we've cut it up and we still can't get it out. Does anybody have a wine bottle opener? We're going to try to corkscrew this thing out of it.
What?
But wouldn't that twist it internally as well? If you're trying to corkscrew it out?
Yeah,
it feels
I
like
would
it
say
would be,
I would think it would be a bad idea. There's all kinds of soft tissue in there. Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, guys.
Doesn't go into in the actual paper how long they did that or if they caused any more damage. But at some point they realize this is a bad idea. So the medics
They just put the guy down.
They called the
just put him down.
proctologist and they're like, here's the situation. What do I do? And they're like, listen, you're going to have to open it up and push it out from the abdomen. And so they do.
my
They open
God.
up his gut and they push out the sweet
Like a
potato that
reverse
way.
C-section.
And it worked. He obviously was knocked out during this as well. And he realized his mistake. He was pretty tore up from the whole ordeal, obviously, and
You think?
he had some surgery to undergo as well. But once again, at the end of all these papers, it's pretty much the same thing. It is like, this is obviously an extreme circumstance, but doctors see things in rectums all the time. This is a thing that happens in emergency medicine. But also, at the end of the article is always like, reminder, consult physicians and medical professionals. Don't trust the internet to tell you home remedies, and certainly don't take your own understanding as to what that means and try to improve upon this home remedy that you probably shouldn't even be trying. This is where things get worse and terrible and awful. You understand?
Tell you what, that dude's hemorrhoids cleared up now.
I don't know what's going on with it. It's at least of his problems going on back there at this point. And I don't know if any kind of permanent damage is done there. Who knows? But do not do that. Do not do it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Here's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X-Rocks.
Here's traffic inside the...
That is Bush. That has come down here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. We've had some fun today, Big J. You want to get feel depressed?
No.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
Oh.
I'm sure maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but in California, there is a place called Chapman University. And I'm not sure you're aware, but since the 1960s, they have done an annual study where they talk to anywhere between 100 and 127,000 Americans, and they release their annual survey of American fears, Big J. And it lists the things that Americans are, on average, most afraid of in the coming years. And things, it's funny to see patterns kind of go up and go down over the years of what makes us scared. And these are like rational fears. This isn't like poltergeists or demon possessions or things like that. These are what's happening in your life, in your world, that could possibly make you afraid. And would it shock you to know that they released the study this week, and it's the numbers from 2025. And in the numbers that they released from last year, Americans are more afraid now than they have been since the Cold War. Does that surprise you?
No, not really.
Yeah. And so the things that Americans are scared of can go from the, okay, I guess that makes sense, to, oh man, that's just really sad. But it's a reasonable thing to be scared about. But for the 11th straight year, government corruption is the number one thing that we're scared of. So regardless of who's in office, it continues to be the thing that we are most scared of as a country, which is interesting to me. The faces and names may change, but the reality of the situation doesn't, which is probably something we should look into the mirror more about, but we don't tend to do for whatever reason. But that continues to top the list of the things that Americans are most afraid of. Next on the list is depressing, Big J. Someone I love becoming seriously ill. A real fear, something that would really, truly, and honestly suck, but it is really kind of like a bummer to think about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Number 3, financial collapse, both personally and other, like countrywide. So that also makes sense to be something that you're afraid of. Number 4, cyber terrorism. Number 5, people I love dying. Number 6, a world war. Number 7, myself getting sick of some kind. Number 8, nuclear attack. Number 9, pollution. Number 10, private data tracking. Those are our
private
top 10
data
things.
tracking?
Yeah, like your data being tracked by somebody else, government officials, whatever. Data sharing, those kinds of things. It freaks people out. So those are your top 10 things. Things that were in the top 10 that made their way out over the last 5 years, Big J: flying, strangers,
Least of my concerns.
sharks, and needles. All of those at some point in the last 10 years.
So some of the irrational stuff
Yeah.
went away.
Yeah, clowns,
new
I'm sure, were there
rational-
at some point.
With new rational fears.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's how bad it is that we're no longer completely afraid of things that really weren't going to hurt us.
Right. Clowns, sharks, and needles no longer on the list. World war, nuclear weapons, and cyber terrorism are now officially taking those places.
That's how they decide to lower and raise the DEF CON status, is like, were the irrational fears going away? Uh-oh, we're in real trouble.
Yeah. And more Americans being scared since the 1980s. That's a real issue. So we're walking around, Big J, a bunch of scaredy cats.
Yeah, but here's the thing, kids, okay? We made it through the 80s, made it through the Cold War.
Sure did.
We can do this.
All right. I like that positive thinking, but it is easy to be lost among the doldrums.
I was telling somebody the other day, as bad as it is right now, it's not the medieval times, okay? I mean, that was really bad. Really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for
Your
sure.
ending was never going to be good.
Yeah.
In the medieval times.
We're not losing people to dysentery in large numbers.
I mean, not yet. Yeah.
Nope. We got some time.
Give us another 4 years.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, we got some important stuff. We also will do some pop culture smackdown for some Offspring tickets. It's all on the way on the X Rocks.
Here in search of news. Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Team Mazda and the pre-owned superstore. Getting finance at Team Mazda, it's never been easier. Got a website called GoTeamCredit.com. Check it out. Everybody gets pre-approved. Not a single effect on your credit. You can see what you're pre-qualified for before you step foot on the lot, and it all starts at one place. GoTeamCredit.com. Check it out. Big J, relationships. They're important.
Yeah.
But sometimes they cost us our most precious thing ever. Sleep. New research shows Americans lose over 300 hours of sleep every single year because what they call revenge bedtime procrastination. If you had to guess what that phrase means, what would you think it means?
Revenge?
Revenge bedtime procrastination. A real thing according to the Sleep Association of America.
I have no idea.
Revenge bedtime procrastination is the time that you decide you want to stay up for personal time after your significant other goes to sleep.
Why is it revenge?
Because maybe you feel like they're sucking up your time during their regular. So they finally passed out and you're like, God, finally I get to play video games, or I get to be on my phone, or I get to do whatever I want without them around. Always nagging, Big J. Blah, 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 blah. And maybe that's where the revenge comes in. I don't know. But according to this survey, 96% of people in relationships, marriages, committed relationships, they have to obviously sleep in the same place as their significant other, intentionally will stay awake a couple times a week so they can have some quote-unquote personal time, despite knowing that they should be in bed and it can harm their sleep. People engage in this behavior on average 3.5 times a week, staying up roughly 1 hour and 50 minutes past their normal bedtime so they can get some time to their damn self, Big J. That totals 332 lost hours of sleep annually. 63% of people saying the nighttime, late at night, is the only time they get personal time. Otherwise, they're working or they're with their significant other, so it's their only time they can have some kind of by themselves time. Common activities include pursuing hobbies, just being alone, scrolling down rabbit holes, playing video games, whatever it may be, but they want their own time where they don't have somebody else kind of in their space, I guess. They value that, which is interesting to me. Of course, obviously, that would probably be if both of you are on the same schedule. If you have differing schedules, that becomes a little bit more difficult to do. But it still is an interesting kind of thing that we're sacrificing our sleep just so we can have some peace and quiet, which is weird. And oh, by the way, this goes across both sexes, by the way. One of them isn't, routinely passing out earlier than the other. Sometimes it'll go either way. This is in a lot of people in committed relationships. How say you, Big J?
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
It does.
The Kylie used to try to get me to stay up later to watch shows or something past my bedtime. And I would always regret it the next day because I would be tired. And I'm like, enough of this.
But do one of you stay up? Are you guys going to bed at the same time every day?
No. She'll, like, if her schedule now, like, she gets off pretty much at like 9 o'clock. But I'm trying to be be in bed by that time.
Sure.
But she'll stay up and read.
Okay. So that's her personal time.
Yeah.
And your personal time is what, when she's working and you're being able to be in your office?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. So we get that time for ourselves.
So you don't have to sacrifice your sleep for it. You have an opportunity to get it during the day. It's a unique situation, which not everybody has. So there's that. Big J, next week, college football championship game is looking to be the most expensive title game ever. The cheapest tickets for the January 19th game at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium are selling for $3,600, which is nearly the double the cheapest price to get into Ohio State and Notre Dame game last year. The high prices are driven by a couple of factors. Number one, everybody's excited about this Indiana team, believe it or not. Everybody joked about the team last year getting in and getting their ass kicked and then kind of coming back. They're like, who cares? But now everybody loves Indiana. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there are a ton of Hoosiers around the world that are very excited they're playing in their first national championship game. So interest for this is through the roof. Also, Miami is in the game. It's a home game for them, essentially. So the interest for fans to be there when Miami's playing in Miami for the national championship is a pretty big deal. So it's going to cost an arm and a leg to get in there and be a part of it. How big is your interest level for this game, Big J?
I doubt that I'll get a chance to watch it.
Okay.
Get around to watching it.
So you don't care?
Yeah, I guess I don't care then.
Would you care if it was another matchup, or these teams are not that interesting?
No, I will say this is, I think, good for college football. The fact that there's not Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, none of those teams are in this. You got two teams who haven't been in this. One that's never been there, and the other that's been decades.
Yeah.
So I think the interest level should be high for that reason.
Well, it has been 3 years since the SEC has had a team in the championship game. So also, I think that conference is losing a little bit of its luster. And so there's that involved in it too. But we will see how it goes and how the ratings go. But either way, this is a expensive ticket to get into. Big J, are you familiar with crumble cookies?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a hot take on them at all?
When they first started, like several years ago, some of the cookies were really good. And then I just felt like the quality dropped off dramatically.
As they began to expand their franchises, kind of a thing? I've never been much of I don't have much of a sweet tooth. So the problem with crumble for me, I was dating somebody that loved crumble cookies, so we would go there all the time back in the day. But they were always just too much for me. Do you know what I mean? There was a lot going on, and with not much of a sweet tooth, they're just not for me. But I understand they're incredibly popular, and people love them, and people go every week for their weekly cookie specials and all that kind of stuff. But they have confirmed they're developing donuts, Big J, after online rumors surfaced this week. A company rep told People magazine that the bakery chain is excited to start testing out some donuts as part of the ongoing product innovation process. The testing is still in its early stages. No immediate plans to launch this, but apparently there's going to be some crumble donuts coming soon. You can expect the same amount of effort and toppings and craziness and mock-ups and all sorts of things kind of put into the donuts as you get with the cookies, so they could be kind of being served side by side very much in the near future. So if you are somebody that is a crumble head, it is something that you have to look forward to. So enjoy and get ready for some donuts with, like, I'm sure, a whole box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch on top of or something like that. So enjoy those.
A whole box, huh?
I mean, there's a lot. It usually is a lot. So enjoy those as they could be coming soon. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We will be testing your pop culture knowledge for some pretty cool prizes. That's happening next on the X Rocks.
Here's traffic inside the TDS Fiber Traffic Center on
Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yep, and we've got you some tickets, man. Just under a week here, the Offspring Supercharged Worldwide Tour hits the Ford Idaho Center Arena. We'll get you tickets to that. Bad Religion going to be there as well. You just need to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown. To be honest, it's been pretty easy lately.
Going to be a good show. If you want to go for free, then you're going to have to claim your tickets from Big J. Pull them out of his hands, basically, with Pop Culture Smackdown. 208-287-1003 is our phone number. Hopefully you know a little bit about the world of popular culture, and you hope Big J stumbles on the way to that particular title, and maybe you'll be going to the show on Monday. Big J, are you ready?
As ready as I can be.
All right, then to the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Aaron.
Aaron, you're up first. Aaron, in the iconic movie This Is Spinal Tap, what volume does the amplifiers go up to for the band?
Hey, sure. I should have watched that movie last week.
Any guesses, Aaron?
11.
11 is correct. Big J.
Good guess.
In another iconic movie, The Wizard of Oz, what character actually reveals the man behind the curtain?
The man behind the curtain, that would be the Tin Man.
Wrong.
No, I'm sorry.
I have no freaking idea.
That is incorrect.
No idea.
Do you happen to know, Aaron? You win no matter what.
I have no clue.
Famously, the dog Toto, Big J,
Toto?
pulls the curtain
Oh, really?
Can't even
and
talk.
reveals the character behind the actual curtain. And it's not some monster. It's just the frickin' dude himself. Little Jeffy Goldblum wandering behind there.
Oh, no.
Congratulations.
Jeff Goldblum,
No,
no.
not the original Wizard of Oz. Congratulations, Aaron. Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with tickets to go check out a band called Offspring on Monday. You heard them. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We'll do your headlines. They're next on the X Rocks. The headlines are as follows, Big J. Fake, going ape, or sweet tooth?
Going ape.
Big J, police and animal control officers in St. Louis, Missouri are trying to track down a small group of vervet monkeys after multiple sightings in the northern part of the city. Now, the reports started coming in on Thursday near O'Fallon Park, and since then, residents have continued spotting a bunch of animals kind of roaming through the area. Officials say they're not exactly sure how many monkeys are out there, but they definitely believe it's more than 3. A primate expert for the St. Louis Zoo has confirmed the animals are this particular type of monkey. Animal Control has spent the weekend searching, but the monkeys have managed to stay one step ahead. Officials say they're trying to figure out where the animals might be hiding or finding food, but once they're caught, they'll be taken into a certified facility to care for the exotic wildlife. Where they came from is still a mystery. The monkeys are native to East Africa. They're definitely not supposed to be in Missouri, so they don't know where they came from, but I'm almost positive we have an outbreak situation here. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, and they're drunk.
They're hammered.
Hammered
They found
chips.
the Anheuser-Busch Brewery, and they are hammered. And now they got to figure out what the hell to do. This is happening a lot lately. Exotic pets seem like, I mean, maybe it's because we have more information at our fingertips, but like every day there's a new exotic animal on the loose that used to be a pet that no longer wants to be caged, and eventually these things will take their revenge out on us, the undiscerning public.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself for some sort of exotic animal attack, probably imminently. I'm not sure what one it's going to be or where it's going to come from, but death from above for sure. Agree or disagree?
Incoming imminently.
So watch yourself, and you have been warned. Keep those exotic animals in their exotic places, please. I don't want them like coming through my window as I'm making a sandwich. That would not be fun.
No.
Fake or sweet tooth?
Sweet tooth.
A bear has broken into a particular candy shop in Tennessee for the fourth time in the last 3 months. The 35-year-old candy store has been around forever, but apparently there is a bear in the area that just likes its particular candies. It has ravaged the beloved candy shop for the fourth time in 3 months. So now and it like just bolts, and nobody's been able to find it. So they rebuild every time, and then this bear busts through and grabs the candy again and trashes
That's
the
a
place.
good laugh, I'm sure.
It is a persistent bear, they're calling it, and they urgently need somebody to help them capture it. Now, it's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, so it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's broken the glass door 3 times, huge glass window once. It overturned baking trays, scattered dough, sweets. The shop is taking precautions, including putting up metal doors instead of glass ones and using bear-proof dumpsters, but so far it has not helped. So now they're trying to figure out how the hell they keep the bear out of this place, because now nowhere's it is.
You're in the middle of Tennessee and you can't find some guy who's like, I'll hunt him down. You can't find that guy?
Yeah, like Michael Rooker from season 2 of Peacemaker that just knows bear. Have you watched it yet? Am I spoiling it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So he just knows eagles, and in this case, somebody that just knows bears that can hunt this thing down and protect the store. But apparently not.
There's got to be a guy in the middle of Tennessee that can hunt that bear for you.
Well, if it is like Michael Rooker, however, he's probably not all the way there.
No,
and
not
has
at
some
all.
problems going on, so you got to be careful
Lunatic.
who you employ as well. Wrap it up with fake. Glendale, California police have arrested 2 women on Friday after following a month-long investigation into counterfeit currency used exclusively at In-N-Out Burger locations. Ariana Lewis and Tatiana Foster both have used officially fake $100 bills to purchase a bunch of small orders at nearly a dozen different In-N-Outs over Los Angeles and Orange counties. The scheme began in October when the Glendale In-N-Out reported suspicious activity that detectives linked to other locations, and then they started looking around. They're like, for some reason, they're just picking, maybe because In-N-Out has younger people, they don't know what to look for counterfeit money, but it's taken it. Overall, it happened at, again, about 14 different locations, and they finally figured it out and arrested them. So don't bring your fake money to In-N-Out. Only real money for In-N-Out burgers, please. But I guess this is an ongoing thing, and they were able to track them down. So don't try it, because now they're on the lookout.
Yeah, counterfeiting is super hard to do. Like, they find you fast.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Nah, just
all right.
Secret Service on top of that.
We'll see. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It is the X Rocks. That is Green Day, Brain Stew, and Jaded here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. I don't think it's out of bounds, Big J, to say that we have an affinity for Sweden. I mean, be it bands like Avatar and Ghost, we enjoy things that come out of there when it comes to music. But they may have some other stuff figured out too, right?
Yeah, there's a company in Sweden that wants their employees to, they want to give their employees a new benefit, Nick. Friends benefit.
What?
Yeah, they want their employees to spend more time socializing, and they're not even talking about people at work. They're willing to pay them for it. So a pharmaceutical company called Apoyatek launched something called the Friendship Hour, Nick, which lets employees dedicate 15 minutes a week or 1 month or 1 hour a month to hang out with friends during work hours. It could be as simple as chatting on the phone or meeting for a cup of coffee. They even get $100 a year to spend on socializing. And why is that? Well, because research is showing strong friendships boost happiness and productivity. Nick, one participant, Yasmin, said being tired and lonely after a breakup make it harder to connect. But now she's socializing more and feels better. CEO Monica Magnuson said loneliness is a real issue, and they want to proactively combat it by giving employees the time and tools to build friendships.
That's cool, I suppose. I mean, you're still on your own with finding and like cultivating those friendships. I mean, they're not having like friendship 101 classes or anything. So if you don't have any friends, you're still SOL. But it is interesting to find. Whereas now, I believe if you want to talk to your friends, you just do it anytime you want to. Here is how that works, I believe. You just pick up the phone and you text them, and that's how we communicate with our friends.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of pharmaceutical company this is, but
do you feel like if you had 15 minutes a week set aside just for you to BS with friends, you'd be more social and be more able to talk?
We can't have that conversation here because we don't have rules set against us talking to people.
I don't think they have them there either, I don't think there's rules against it. I think they just kind of want to go, this is your time for that. Would that help you?
Hey, I would immediately call a friend. No, I don't.
That's what I mean. Like, I mean, it's cute to say on paper and like an idea, but like if somebody said, hey, listen, beginning next week, Thursdays 3:15 to 3:30, call a friend. I don't want you working. I want you talking to a buddy. What would you do? You'd be like, I'm already home. What do you leave me alone?
I'm just trying to figure out what am I going to do with that extra $100 a year?
Right up your nose.
Damn it! That's what I was going to say.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Maybe you can win something from us that you can stick up your nose with bad impressions. That's next on the X Rock.
Once again, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And this is where we hook you up with free tickets to a concert coming to the Treasure Valley. The Red Knot Chili Peppers, an amazing tribute band hitting the Knitting Factory Saturday, February 21st. We'll get you a pair of tickets here absolutely free if you can figure out the very famous person who I am pretending to be with bad impressions.
Would love if you did that. The phone number is 208-287-1003. That's the number you need to call if you'd like to take part in Bad Impressions. Big J is going to throw 3 clues your way. Each of them going to lead you in the direction of somebody that is pretty famous. If you can figure out who that is in 3 clues or less, congratulations. It is you that is going to go check out the show on the 21st. Are you ready, Big J?
Yep.
And to the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Hey,
What's up, man? What's your name?
Tom.
All right, good luck, man. You're up first.
Even before putting on the green paint, I wore the blue stuff for Avatar as Neytiri.
Next clip.
That wasn't my only mega franchise. I got to play Lieutenant Uhura in the reboot of Star Trek.
Next, man.
And yes, getting to play Gamora in the MCU as one of the Guardians of the Galaxy was a blast. Tough one, Nick.
It is a tough one today.
Oh, man. I can't think of her name.
It is. It's difficult. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alternate title for Bad Impressions is Think of Her Name. Any guesses, sir?
Do.
Yeah.
Google.
Gamora.
Misspelled Gamora. Backspace. Gamora. What do you got?
I got nothing, man.
All right. Well, thank you for at least attempting. We appreciate it. Hello, the X. Hello. Hey, did you hear Big J's clues, or do you need him again?
No, tell me them again.
Even before putting on the green paint, I wore the blue stuff for Avatar as Neytiri. That wasn't my only mega franchise. I got to play Lieutenant Uhura in the reboot of Star Trek. And last but not least, and yes, getting to play Gamora in the MCU was a blast.
I don't know.
All right, sir. Thank you for giving it a try.
I feel now you've had more than enough time to look this up.
Hello, the X.
That's Zoe Del, whatever her last name is.
Saladana, yes, we'll take that.
Congratulations. Hang on one second. We'll hook you up
guy
with
the first one?
We'll hook you up with those tickets to go check out the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Why is Zoe Saldana in the news?
Yeah, here, this should be, you should make you go, huh? She has just dethroned Scarlett Johansson as the highest grossing movie star at the box office, Nick.
Makes total sense compared to judging on what you just said.
Yeah, with her being a part of Avatar, the Star Trek, there was a couple movies in there, and then, of course, the MCU. She has amassed a total of $16.8 billion at the worldwide box office. Now, even if she has a small percentage of all of that, that's a huge amount of money.
I don't know if she's ever been big enough to grab that. Maybe later in the Avatar movies but I think they signed on for like a 6-picture deal when they signed on to be an Avatar. So I'd be shocked if she had any back end on that stuff. But she certainly is a marketable person. You put her in your movie's probably going to make some money or some awards, one of the two. Yeah. Either way, it'll be profitable for the studio, which is exactly what you want to look for if you're a working actor. So congratulations to Zoe.
Exactly, yeah.
I know your favorite franchise she's in. Do you have a particular movie of hers that you enjoy?
No, her work as Gamora is pretty fantastic.
How about one outside of the franchise that you like Zoe in?
The Colombian?
Colombiana?
Colombiana, yeah. Go way back.
I'll take the losers, but understood.
Oh, that's a great one, too.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rocks.
Hi.
That is Daughtry. That is the bottom here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. You guys selected a movie for Big J today. That was called Life of Chuck. You'll watch it tonight, report back tomorrow. Let you know what he thought about it. You can find it on Hulu if you're looking to play the home game. The last couple of weeks of We're Going to Hell stories, I believe, have the common theme of stop sticking foreign objects in your front or back. You know what I mean? It doesn't work out really that great, especially if you're trying to make something that is not going well go well. That's where things really go sideways.
Yeah, and there's a reason we have modern science. It's modern.
Sure.
Like, we left that stuff in the back there because it didn't work.
Yeah, if anything you're reading on the internet said people back in the 1800s used to do this all the time, probably not good medical advice. I'm sure there's a few exceptions to that rule, but odds are we have improved upon that in the last 2 centuries or so. Just my guess. Of course, we also had a chance to give away some Offspring tickets. That will continue tomorrow, but it does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, our friend Mr. Zach Wilde and Black Label Society, Nick, they're putting out a new album, Engines of Demolition. It will be about March 26th. And the final song, Nick, is titled Aussie Song, and it's a tribute from Zach Wilde to his former boss.
So nice.
Cannot wait to hear what that sounds like.
Odds that the eyes start to leak a little bit when Big J hears that.
Probably pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would agree. The eye syndrome.
Zach and Ozzy, so happy they got over their differences towards the end. And he was out there rocking out with him at that last concert they performed as well. Certainly a long friendship that I'm really glad they were able to patch up before it was all over. Agree on that? Disagree?
You bet. Agreed.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. That is it for us. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew is coming in next. You guys have a good one. It's the X Rocks.